Hello and welcome to another Near Reading cast. As always, my name is Johno and I'm joined once again by Joey. How are you doing, Joey?
I'm not doing too bad, thank you.
Good. So this is the final game of the Swiss at the Oxford Regional.
Laurie's got his head in his hands already.
Yeah.
He knows this is all to play for.
That's right. So we've got, it's Laurie against James once again. And as we alluded to at the end of our previous video, Laurie basically needs a win to make the cut. James is guaranteed to make the cut. I think he's
11-0.
I think he's undefeated today, which is incredible. I think he's playing for top seed. It might be already guaranteed actually. So Laurie is playing his Engineering the Future on the left, and James is playing Kate on the right. Neither of us played either of these two, so we didn't get the opportunity. Yeah.
So I know this Kate deck very well by James. I've played me and James play test against each other, so I know his decks.
I've played
very,
this deck
very
a lot as well. It's terrifying.
It's pre-played Kate with a few tiny changes that can throw curveballs. So straight for a remote for Laurie. He's.
Yeah, I like it. Maybe is he betting that Kate doesn't have self-mod and the funds for it?
Or he wastes things to get in and it's not. Or maybe it's an Adonis or.
Yeah.
So I know Laurie. She still's an APD. I know Laurie during this regional season is an Adonis.
And he didn't ice HQ. Interesting. Even with an agenda.
It's an NAPD though. You want that gone, you know.
And he was quite unlucky because he couldn't have stolen on the first run because he didn't have the money when he got in. It's a dirty laundry run, but he could when he ran the second time. Nevertheless, Adonis is going to help.
So again, we could see Breaker Bay if it's
so Breaker Bay was legal for this.
I imagine Laurie's running an upgrade style of HB. I know he was during the regional season flicking between RP and HB.
Was he really?
So I think he kept Caprice. He's a fan of Caprice, or he knows Caprice wins games. So I think he's running Caprice in this. I know he tried RP and he flipped between the two quite a lot. So I imagine similar to Kester's deck, we'll see Caprice, we'll see Ash, we'll see a Gracia style, maybe some toll booths. Maybe Breaker Bay, maybe not. HB hardly needs help with the money. So.
Yeah. So this is one way to not worry about HQ digs is by having no cards in HQ.
And we can know, we've talked about it many times so far this series. Laurie, 2 ice on R&D by turn 2, straight away. He's icing up R&D.
Icing R&D
he knows where the game is going to be won and lost, and so he's getting the money and continuing to ice R&D.
So he raises a second Adonis.
Yep.
Got an army of sex bots paying him for whatever it is they do. I don't want to ask.
Yeah. So I like this. Leave an HQ open and just keep ice rolling. While you've got the money to res it, keep R&D.
And he's drawing. And so he doesn't ice HQ. Oh, he thinks about it. Okay.
Thinks about it.
Maybe is this a bluff? Is he trying to?
I know James is the sort of player who trashes these Adonises. Whatever the money situation, even 4-11, he will go in there and trash them. And I think that's the right decision.
Okay, so he decides to ice the first remote. That makes sense. So it's going to be a scoring remote once the Adonis is done. So James legworks. He's betting he drew an agenda.
He's only got 2 cards.
So Christian, that
was probably a misplay by James. I mean, it's open, so you can just go in. It's not like you're paying. Legwork is great when it costs 10 credits to get in.
He did get an ice, and if he'd had an agenda, he could have iced HQ.
Yeah.
But
and
not sure about that.
When you have to get through a lot of ice to get in, legwork makes it all the more profitable. But when it's free, But he knows exactly what's in hand now.
So we saw Christian and Biotic. So Biotic, obviously. So where do you put Christian? It looks like he's putting the remote.
Christian goes here.
That's on R&D. Okay.
I think that's an Ash.
Do you think that's an Ash or a Caprice or something? Yeah. Okay. That's reasonable. So Christian on R&D.
So Laurie is in a good situation here. I mean, you don't need to res. You don't need to put ice on HQ now. You just.
He's got loads of money. I mean, if there was a surprise siphon.
I don't think we're going to see a surprise siphon.
Yeah, but
that would be a surprise.
That's the only reason you wouldn't ice HQ. It's siphon and legwork, right?
Yeah. So I think Laurie made the right call
not
icing the Adonis there because James trashed it, which is you've got all the money in the world here, and James spent another 3 trashing it.
Yeah.
Which just makes this window to score even bigger.
The economic battle is definitely in.
Just making sure that he's got the window and he installs.
So installs and double advance, I guess. It does. Single advance, okay.
Single advance.
Oh yes. And takes credit, so he doesn't double advance it. So what could it be? NAPD? No.
NAPD Vitruvius is an option.
If there's a Vitruvius, when you double advance it, his last clip was take credit. You've got so much money, just double advance it. If he's not going to get in, he's not going to get in. I mean, maybe he has something in mind Vitruvius, maybe you only need one for Biotic or something like that.
Well, bringing two Adonises back is you get a credit for installing them. James spends 3 credits to trash them. I mean, it's a great exchange.
And
so yeah, maybe it's NAPD.
It's not ridiculous. HQ defense.
He scores a
so it is a Vitruvius with 1 counter. Okay, yeah. So I mean, in his position, if I was confident, if you're going to advance it, make it obvious it's an agenda. I feel like you have 2 counters.
Sure, but maybe he's not confident, and maybe the NAPD bluff makes James all the less likely to try.
That is true. Maybe bluffing as an NAPD puts James off. Although he doesn't have any means. He's got a clone chip, I guess. I don't think he's got an SMC in the bin, so he can't get breakers.
Laurie was confident enough to not use the Biotic to score it.
That's true.
He did want the counter, for the game. And I think not having to res the ice to score that means that he can definitely keep piling the
later in this
R&D
game,
ice.
in the game, this remote will be porous because if Kate is set up, then Kate can just turtle a bit, snipe the remote when something goes into it. So Biotic helps.
Sure. But if there is an Ashna Caprice, then how many times can Kate get in?
Again? So was it another Vitruvius? It's the wrong card? Okay. Very illegal. So Laurie seems to have a feeling that his window's still open. He's still got the economic advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. So
as you said, late game, Kate can get in anywhere. Yeah, so
Mimic,
really is
Mimic
important.
and Lady. So he's really hoping for Code Gate on this remote. So Itchy.
Bit of James's own taste of James's own medicine here. Yeah. We're getting it back.
There is a clone chip, so I wonder what's in the bin. Let's have a look. David Atman.
So David is the big difference between James's Kate decks and normal Kate decks.
Okay.
So David is for 3 influences very rare to see in Kate. Okay. Normally you go for the Parasite's Clot.
Yeah. Okay.
Data Sucker for that slot, more legworks, that sort of thing. But
so he goes for the Atman though. Presumably it's strength 4. Yeah. There we go.
He's now no money. So
he only breaks 2 subroutines then, and he doesn't boost the trace, which Kate breaks it.
So
in this position, Kate's got literally no credits. So if you were Laurie, just spend a credit to land a tag and a brain damage.
Tag and a brain damage.
Why not?
Yeah.
Just why not? So I don't know.
And I mean that means I know James wants Proco, so he can't play Proco unless he clears the tag.
Yeah, he probably doesn't. Maybe he doesn't have any tag protection. Like tag punishment, that's fine. But I mean, even a brain damage is good. So James actually jacked out because he had no credits. So on Laurie's turn, he scores. So he leaves the card in the remote and scores an Astro
no
out
credits.
Of hand.
That thing's safe as safe as houses. It's you're right. The only thing I think is going back to that brain damage for a credit. But
so he does
1 card in hand and it's an Eli.
Okay.
So Laurie. Definitely the upper hand right now. Yeah, I mean, he's got probably a Christian grid on R&D, 2 bits of ice.
He lost an NAPD, but he's still 2 points up. He's got probably some points coming in a remote. He's thinking about it. It depends what he draws, maybe. He needs to think about icing. And also, let's not forget, he's got a Vitruvius counter.
Scores an NAPD.
Yeah. So he can
bring that Biotic Labour back.
He can get the Biotic back. He just needs to get up to
6 credits is exactly the number. Yeah. That ETF needs to score out of a remote with a Biotic.
That's right.
So
probably not a coincidence. So at this point, I guess he is hoping to draw an agenda with his mandatory draw, and if he doesn't, he's taking credits.
But James, knowing that he needs 6 credits to win, should run R&D here and at least force a res.
He hasn't even tried R&D.
He's got a Mimic out. He's not going to get 2. I mean, another Itchy would be a problem. Oh no, he's got the Fem now. So they got the Ant-Man now. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what... He's seen Eli, but he's got Lady. So he's seen... Okay, so Caprice is the draw. Yeah. So presumably he's an Eli in hand. So...
So yeah, I definitely like an R&D one there, because with 6 credits, it just means Laurie has to waste another turn before he can win.
Yeah, you just see what he...
But I mean,
see what he reses. Right? I mean, he's not going to res the Christian and ice. I mean, you could make his ice. It's a bit of a waste.
He drew an agenda. I think it's a Vitruvius. I think you stick this into
so he's going to draw through. Okay, so he's going to draw through and hope that James misses it. He might have an ice HQ.
No, he draws all the way. I don't mind that going into the remote there. I mean,
so he's gone for a legwork. Okay, so this is incredibly well-timed legwork because he suspects that Laurie might have drawn.
There's only 1 in hand.
Gaming agenda. He gets it.
And he gets it. Oh,
okay, all
so
right.
close.
You sound disappointed, aren't you, supporting James? No, we've seen enough of James winning.
Yeah.
Obviously, Laurie wins.
He's also playing in the HK. No, Laurie, I want to see Laurie make the cut. He's a great player, and I think he was just missed the cut in London.
He missed a couple of cuts. Yeah.
He's not.
He got some second places.
A few time on the bubble, so he deserves to make the cut. James is top seed, whatever. Reading is being represented.
That's true.
I want to see Laurie make the cut. So but I'm commentating. I'm impartial. But,
of course, we all are. So our hero Laurie has double hedge funded and iced the remote. So maybe he's thinking now, if he gets an agenda, he's not going to mess around.
I think maybe he's forgotten he has a Vitruvius counter and a Bioroid Labor in the deck because you just.
Well, no, he's going with the agenda. There's no chance he's forgotten about that, but it's the agenda that he needs. I think now what is going to happen.
So you put that ice on R&D. The remote is useless now. I think because you've got the Bioroid Labor.
Yeah, actually, do you know what? I think I agree with you. I think putting the ice on R&D would make more sense because he's got the money for the biotic.
What it might be good for though is throwing another upgrade down into the remote and forcing James to
just bait him a bit.
To waste all of his money and all of his lady tokens and just to get in and see it.
So Eli is not as good as it was with lady. Viper, unfortunately, we've got a strength 4 Atman, so there's no need to get extra stuff. So he's not breaking it. I'm not sure why that is.
Laurie is being very giving him the time and the opportunity to realise.
I'm surprised. Am I missing something? I'm really confused why James wouldn't break it.
James has forgotten, I think. He can break it.
His strength's 4? Because he's focused on the fact it's a clone chip. I mean, maybe he could even break it and still trash the Crucian. So
he gets through it. I mean, it's traces. So
he's paying for the trace, okay. There's an NAPD. Okay.
Makes him very poor.
I think Laurie would have liked that.
Is he going to access the Crucian grid? You can't trash it. I'm assuming it's Crucian grid. I'm totally guessing.
Yeah, he didn't access it. I also assume it's Crucian grid, but I don't think that's actually been kind of stated.
James has sharpshooter in hand, which is useful for that. So no, the itchy's he's got Ant-Man now, so.
Yeah. So basically, Laura's looking for clot, right? I mean, he's looking for clot. He's obviously drawn the agenda, and he's checking. I think there's a clone chip on the table. It's kind of glared out there. You can't see it.
But I think if he does it in this remote, just to be sure, James has no money.
He's only got 6 credits, though. It has to be outside the remote to get up to 7.
Vitruvius counters for the Bioroid Labor.
Yeah. That's it. So it did need to be outside the remote because he only has 6 credits. But
he can still do it in the remote.
No, he needs 7 to Bartik it out.
He still gets the credit for the install.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking NEH. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right.
Every install, ETF is amazing.
Yeah.
Why we're not all playing ETF all the time, I don't know.
ETF is amazing.
It is.
Well done. Well done to Laurie, who made the cut.
He did make the cut.
So right, I can. Let me have a quick.
Went 9-3 and James 11-1. Well, that is the only loss of the day.
That's okay. We don't want him to get too big-headed.
Yeah.
Because we got we got to deal with him every week.
We got nationals with him and.
Yeah.
You know.
So. I can allude to the future. We will see more of Laurie. He got on camera after the cut.
Sure.
James did not.
James did not. That's the last time we saw James.
That's the last time we saw James.
You mean he's not in the final?
Basically, what happened was I got sick of James being on camera in every game, so I editorialised it a bit after the cut and filmed table 2.
We have seen a lot of James's games.
That's right. We saw a lot of him. Yeah, and with his lucky charm gone, he bombed out. He lost a couple of games. Yeah.
Bad time. So
he did not get back on camera. No. So I'm afraid Laurie. We'll see Laurie again, but that is the end of James's adventures in the regional.
But Reading representing.
He did incredibly well. Yeah, he only got 1 loss during the.
There was only maybe 3 or 4 of us Reading lost.
I don't know who he lost to actually. He lost to. So he beat. Let's see. I got the notes. So he beat Kester in the first round of elimination. He lost to Andrew. I forgot his name. Zenesis.
Yeah.
And then he lost to Chris.
Dyer.
Chris Dyer, yes, Chris Dyer.
Noise.
Yeah, that's right. So that was his route through the eliminations. He got knocked out. But Laurie will definitely see again. And it was how was your own Swiss? It was not great.
My Swiss?
Yeah.
I came 60th out of 62.
Right, yeah. So my Swiss, I can't remember where I came, but I was like 40 something.
No, terrible. Valencia did okay, but my Blue Sun, I think I went 06 with Blue Sun. I should never play Wayland.
You took Blue Sun?
I took Blue Sun.
I don't know that. What flavour of Blue Sun was it?
Gracia Blue Sun with Adonis bouncing, and it was horrible.
That doesn't sound like you at all.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, I took Butcher Shot to London and did fine. Like, Butcher Shop did absolutely fine, but it's a bit stressful, so I was like, I'll try something else. My thinking was just that in the UK, everyone plays Scorch, right? You know, you've got the Ian Reeds and the all of that. People like, you see Blue Sun and you're afraid of your death.
You're right.
So you bring Blue Sun and you play vegan and you get the advantage of having the kill without actually having to put the cards in.
You've got the threat.
I was wrong about this fact.
As soon as someone works it out,
they're just like,
I had an Oracle May Ken deck, which was funny. It's all the events, 39 events in a 45 card deck.
That's a good deck. That deck is there. Like, it's just... It's
it was hilarious.
There. It's a solid tier 3.
I had a bad day actually, but I made some good. So I used it again at Nationals. I made some tweaks to it in Andy and did a couple of tweaks to it that made it really. It was really good at Nationals.
You heard right, viewer. Your Neo Reading Grid host took Ken Oracle May.
No, it's Andy. It's Andy
Oracle May to Nationals. Oh, it's much more better.
Yes, it is. It's professional. But Ken was the Alt prize, so bad decision of him.
And that 2 influence and all those extra credits.
And I had Biotech as well. The Oxford Regional, I had Jinteki Biotech on the other side, which is really good. I really like that deck.
I took Wizard ETF to Nationals, so I wasn't much better. None of this KRP.
Anyway, Nationals is in the distant future, and those videos are coming. But
distant future.
For now, distant future of
Neo Reading Grid. Yeah.
They're in the distant past of our own history. Yeah. So so we're going to go to the cut next. The first game in the cut. So we switched to table 2, as I say, and we had number 2 seed Chris Dyer.
Yep.
Who I've never played. Have you played him? He's a fellow Anarch.
I must have played him. I've watched a lot of his games again because he plays Anarch. I'm always interested in watching him and Brendan and the other noise players play because I'm interested in their builds. Yeah, okay. But I don't know if I've played him. I see him regularly at the top end of tournaments.
I've never sat across from him, but I've chatted to him very briefly. He seems like a super nice guy, actually.
Nice guy.
Yeah, he's
Who
really
isn't? This is Netrunner. We're like,
that's true. Yes. If I ever don't say that someone is super nice, that means they're just awful.
Yeah. No, it just means they're in general world they would be the best people in the world. In the Netrunner community, you have to be particularly amazing to be super nice because
he's facing number 7 seed with Sam Pay, who I don't know where he's from. Where's Sam from? I can't remember. Anyway, so he had a K deck. I guess I should say he's super nice as well. Otherwise, it sounds like an insider.
Oh, we have to say everyone is super nice. Okay, if we don't say anything, assume they're super nice.
They are super nice.
We'll let you know if they're not.
So in the next game will be Chris Dyer's NEH against Sam's Kate. Should be a good one.
NEH Kate.
Yeah.
A different flavour to NEH because we've seen James's NEH a lot of times. So this one I imagine is a bit more
Chris is playing NEH, so I actually don't know what type of NEH he's got.
I have an idea.
You do have an idea? Oh, excellent. Okay, all right, we'll look forward to it. Okay, so, all right. So thank you, Joe, for helping me out.
Thank you very much, Johno, for all the work.
Thank you, viewer, for watching, and we'll see you next time.